Can I kick it?
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
A.J. Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Lock now on 1st down. Gets it to Gordon. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Melvin Gordon.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 36-yard line.
Block taking the snap at 1. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Lock. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
By Alexander Johnson.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Running out of the gun with White. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Ball carrier tackled at the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
They fake the give. Newton. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Hamler now on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And the Broncos first down.
On first down, Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
I know people see Phillip Lindsay's role in Denver changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball in the backfield and move the sticks.
On first down, right back to Lindsay. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up second.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They look to throw. It's Locke. He'll dump this one off to Lindsay. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Now Locke. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Complete to
Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let him know, let him know. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Switch. 8. Shoot.
Play action. It's Newton. Try to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Broncos.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss.
5 yards.
He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On the give, it's White. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the end zone, Newton. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
At the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's another.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
At the 40-yard line.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Check.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
The ball carrier.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Gun. 43. Check. 43. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Switch.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Check curls. 43's the Mike.
From the 50, Newton. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Brings up.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
43's the Mike. Ain't no such thing.
Throwing again. Newton. This is White on the screen. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Off play action. Newton. Escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Check.
Lock off of play action. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Lock. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Jarrell Casey picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They run the draw play. This is White. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
43 is the 43. Check, 43.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he locates Walker, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Patriots.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
43 is the mic.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Back at the 35-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
The ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
43. Let's go. 43 is the mic. We got 8. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Gordon, the ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Locke working out of the gun. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Lindsey, 1st down and more than that. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
1st down, Broncos.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. On the ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Block now to throw. His throw incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Lawrence Guy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Back now in Foxborough.
Broncos 7.
This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Patriots take over. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd and Baltimore. And looks like the Bengals starting to pull away in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The drive starts with a run by White. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Let's go. Check 37. Check 37. Gun.
1st down, here's White. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
45 to the mic. 45 to the mic.
Now a give to White. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, it's White. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
We got 4. We got 4. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Greg. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll try the air now with Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Newton's pass.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
43 is the Mike, boy. 43. Check, check. 43. Try to do better. Greg. 43 is the Mike. We got it.
On 3rd down, Newton. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big ways. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, then you stop that clock. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing his lock on third down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brought down back at the 27.
Back to throw. He hits White, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. They'll run on first down. It's White. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They go right back to White here on first down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
At the 41-yard line.
Goes underneath here to White. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. On a handoff, it's White. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
First down.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
17-yard line.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This to almost certainly win the football game. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus.
A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Demir Bird returning it.
Today's final score, Broncos 10.
Well, going into the final play in this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Broncos, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps